right, you guys, welcome back to another episode of a Tailor-Made Life podcast, where every conversation is one step closer to designing the life that God has for you. I am your host, Taylor Renee, and as always, I am so excited to have you here on this journey with me. Let's get right into it, you guys. If I'm being honest, full transparency, life has been lifing, and I don't have much time. So we're gonna get right into this. Lately, I have been feeling a little like, I don't want to say down, but just kind of blah, kind of like in that in between. And I want to talk about it. I've been exploring this idea of being available, right? And so, what does being available actually mean? Like in the context of work is when I mostly use my availability status or whatever. But I'm telling people, hey, I'm available. If you need me, you can call me, right? That's typically what you mean by that. If I need you, are you available? And I mean, if I'm being honest, like most of the time I do mean it, but secretly I'm wishing that they like didn't call me. Like I'm wishing that, I'm gonna say that I'm available, but sometimes I'm just hoping that you don't call me for trivial things, and it got me thinking, because if I treat people that way, then I know that I must treat God that way. I profess that I'm available, that I'm able to be used, that my heart is ready and tender and all the things. But secretly, I'm kind of hoping that he doesn't ask for too much. Like I say that I'm available. I say these things because it sounds good in the moment, but in reality, how I really feel about it is I kind of wish that it didn't happen. Like I'm kind of secretly hoping that it's not too much for me to bear. It just got me thinking, because it's a real conversation, and it's so taboo to talk about it. If you've gotten to that point of feeling like I don't really want to talk to God, right? I don't want all the things that I said that I wanted. And that's something that I've noticed about my relationship with him. Like when I first said yes, right? There was so much excitement, there was so much desperation, there was so much need, because I was in that position. I was in a more of a desperate, place, and I was more excited, right? I wanted whatever he wanted, right? Wherever he led, I went willingly. Like I went with excitement. But somewhere along the way, at this point, kind of, I realized that my availability isn't just saying yes one time, right? Because I said yes back then. I'm going to say yes now, but do I have as much excitement about it? No. I'm kind of getting a little stuck in my ways, and I'm losing my flexibility in regards of hopping and skipping when he says, or things changing at the drop of a dime, or me asking for something and getting the total opposite. Like the mental sludge that comes with being available to somebody or something, or to, for work, as whether for God or for people, at work. Like that mental sludge of just being available is tiring, and it's fatiguing, right? Honestly, is harder than I expected. Like availability is waking up every day, surrendering. And I can't tell you the last time I woke up and surrendered, if I'm being honest. Why? Because I just didn't feel like it. And it's a real thing. It's a real conversation. I like having a plan. I have a little bit of control issues. And so I like having a plan. I like knowing where things are going. I like having an agenda. And honestly, I like just kind of feeling in control. And lately I've just felt like I'm just in the in-between. I'm just kind of here. Like I know generally where I'm going, but I don't even care. Like I won't say I don't care, but I'm just I'm like, okay, like, okay, whatever, just throw it all at me. That's fine. Instead of having some excitement or just emotion attached to it at all, it's kind of sliding away. And so when God starts redirecting things and changing things and moving in a way that I didn't expect, and asking me to trust him in ways that I didn't plan on or I've never had to before, it still looks like I'll do it, but it's not excitingly. It's not with joy. It's not with glee anymore. It's just kind of like doing it because I have to, doing it because I know I should do it. And I think that's where a lot of us are. Not just speaking on my behalf, and this isn't discouraging, right? I don't want this to be a discouraging conversation. It's a real one. It's a real conversation discussing the ebbs and the flows of walking, being on a journey with God. And I'll even speak to the direction of the pod, right? Because at first I felt like my goal, my agenda here was to merge the concepts of faith and career building. And lately I feel like I've just been having a lot of faith-based conversations. And that's not like bad, don't get me wrong, but I wanted something in there that kind of represented more of me. Like, not, that sounds bad, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I wanted something that that I could speak to, that I had real time experience and things, stories and funny moments and things that I could really share that I felt I could help people. And now I'm like, I don't know what's happening. And then I think about other things that I'm not doing, and then that weighs on me. And then it just turns into this big befuddled mess. And I'm like, God, you know what? Whatever it is that you want, I don't even care anymore. I just feel like I'm being led and I'm going just in the backseat, just going. Like, I don't even care. I'm taking a nap. You know what I'm saying? And it's frustrating not knowing, because I'm the one that has to live the life ultimately, right? Like, God, like, he's not walking the earth yet. I am. So it's okay, you want me to do these things and these things are happening and all this stuff and everything's just going in my life, and I have to be the one to deal with it. Not to say that he's not here with me, because I know he is, but is he sitting beside me? Like, it's I don't know. I think, again, it's not meant to discourage anyone, and not even myself. In all reality, it's actually the opposite, right? Because I think in these moments, we've created this idea that mature faith means that you're excited every time. And I don't think that's really true. I mean, I think being mature is showing up anyways. It's showing up when you do have an attitude. It's showing up when you don't want to show up. It's showing up when, it's not convenient for you, right? And like, maybe that's the encouragement today. Maybe that the hope is found in knowing that God understands it and God knows your heart. Maybe that's where the hope comes in, right? Maybe that's where you get to find some type of peace in knowing that even still, I'm still following, right? And so God can't fault me for how I genuinely feel. And so maybe that's the encouragement. And so, yeah, I think I'm kind of in a season right now where obedience feels a little heavy, and that's okay. And it's being obedient in the small things, in the big things, but the small things, the little things, the so many little things, the tasks, right? Like, surrendering and obedience and all of those things are costly. It's sacrifice, and it's heavy. So if you're feeling like that, I mean, you're not alone, right? Like, if you feel that way, you're definitely not alone, because I'm feeling it right now. And so, yeah, really, I would really like to hear your thoughts on this. Like I said, we're cultivating a space where we can be honest, we can be real and say when things don't feel right, when things are just not going your way and they just feel like blah, when life just feels like you're just living it just to live it. That's okay. That's me. That's how I feel right now. So, yeah, I thank you guys for listening. Please drop in the comments below how you feel about this, and maybe we can get through it together. So Till next time, you guys. Bye.